So for lab 2, we were looking at exercises of the shoulder, bicep, and tricep. And in this lab, we'll be looking specifically at the dumbbell bicep curl, rope tricep extension, barbell strict press, dumbbell shoulder lateral raise, and dumbbell reverse curls. So the first movement that we're looking at is the dumbbell bicep curl. The antagonist of this exercise is your tricep. And a coaching cue for this movement is to pinch your ribs with your elbows. This makes sure that your elbows are in position and that the bicep is isolated. A second coaching cue would be to stand tall during your rep, which means you maintain an upright posture and keep your feet at shoulder width apart and keep your shoulders back and down to again isolate the bicep more efficiently. Some errors in technique would be swinging the weight or using body momentum as a way of getting the weight up. This does not isolate the bicep and uses other factors like momentum and some of your shoulder and other parts of your body. So keeping the weights at your side and using no momentum to bring the weight up will more efficiently isolate the bicep. So the second movement that we're looking at is the rope tricep extension, and the antagonist of this movement is your biceps. A good coaching cue would be not to lock your elbows at the bottom of the rep completely. This allows you to keep your triceps fully engaged on the way down and on the way up. An error in technique would be shrugging your shoulders. To maintain proper technique, you should raise your shoulders so you can keep your triceps engaged the entire time. If you do shrug your shoulders, it tends to disengage your triceps, which makes the movement less efficient. The third movement we have is the barbell strict press or shoulder strict press. The antagonist of the movement is your lat, and a coaching cue is aim for your nose on the way up and the way down. This keeps the bar close to your body so you can move the weight more effectively. I know some people might be nervous that if you're aiming for your nose that you might hit your nose with the bar on the way up or hit it on the way down, but if you're doing the rep correctly, your nose and head will move out of the way as you go up and as you come down. Error in technique would be incorrect grip width. You want your grip to be right around shoulder width apart, not too close or not too far out. The grip setup is one of the most important aspects for a strong and stable overhead strict. The next exercise we're looking at is dumbbell shoulder lateral raise. The antagonist of the exercise is your lat again. A good coaching cue for this movement is to lead with your elbows. If you do this exercise leading with your kind of elbows pointing downward and not pointing up like this, leading the movement, it can engage your biceps more and your front delts, because if you lead with your elbows up, it isolates more of your lateral deltoid, which is what you're targeting in this exercise. Some errors in technique. A simple one would be using too much weight. This forces the person to swing the weights up, back and forth, using momentum to cheat the rep. This is a problem because the swinging means your shoulders aren't working as much. You're not working as much on the eccentric, and you're kind of just using momentum to get the weight up. Exercise we have is the dumbbell reverse curl. The antagonist of this movement is the tricep, and a good coaching cue for this would be keep your wrists up. This allows for complete contraction of the brachioradialis, which is what you're targeting more in the dumbbell reverse curls. So instead of like either pronating or supinating your wrists more when you do this, keeping them up, which isolates more of the brachioradialis. Errors in technique would be letting your front delts take over. I know that's like it sounds like weird to say that out loud, but with this you can to get the weight up, because our brachioradialis is a little bit weaker than our biceps. You can your elbows can kind of come forward and you can kind of raise it with your shoulders. So keeping your elbows at your side and not using momentum will keep your front delts from activating and a more complete contraction of your brachioradialis and biceps.